Second is called planning and design. Planning and design, you can consider this from the project planning point of view, because there are two major things one should differentiate. One is about the planning, second is designing. Planning comes under the project planning, whatever the required project we want to develop, how much manpower we required, what is the budget that has been allocated for the particular project to be completed, scope, at the same time knowing about the kind of risk which is involved in it, change, right? So everything comes under the project planning part. Second, designing part. Designing gives you a high level glimpse over the application from the pictorial representation point of view. So these are the two differences we see. Before you are going for implementation, two things. One is about the planning thing and second is a designing thing. Planning, this is all something, project planning comes into picture. Whatever I was mentioned you so far. Risk, budget, scope, stakeholder, right? So everything comes under the change, right? So everything comes under the project planning. Being a project management team, we will be involving more on this space. Project planning.
Okay.
This is what something we do. How you have understood the project planning? Project planning was made based on the requirements, which high level requirement was given by the stakeholder or the one which was understood by the BA team, anyone else, or any two sometimes. So based on that, what kind of solution? I'll give you a simple example to you. Let's say there was an existing core banking application, which I'm giving you some examples so that you will be understood well in advance, well better. Let's say there is a customer from banking segment. Customer is into retail banking services for more than 3 decades or so. I'm just giving an example. Okay, they were using some back-end application for core banking application, which they were using for a very long time. Now they are in a stage of expanding their services to the next level. And that they are facing some operational expenses, increasing the expenses, infrastructural challenges they are facing. So due to that, they want to cut down their operational cost. That was the scenario. Scenario is that. That was the situation. Now, customer came to you. Now, what customer will tell you? Customer will tell you their business situation first. To the team, I'm talking about, okay? To the team. It's not something by a project manager, I'm saying. To the team, they explain the kind of situation they were in. What kind of services are they implementing now and how this is going on? And what kind of solution they are expecting. For example, they want to digitalize it or they want to make their services online so that wherever we were, we want to view the reports. We want to download the reports. That is how generally customer is expecting, because always you cannot expect customer will come up with solution. Customer will tell you their high level requirements. I want to digitalize my services, or I want to have some services which you have to extend in such a way where I shouldn't find any kind of infrastructural challenges or operational cost in future. This is how generally we call it as high level requirements, which customers say. Based on the brainstorming sessions we had with multiple people, we being into team, either it can be it's combination of a business analyst team, project management team, architect team, technical team. So we come up with what kind of solution is rightly useful to the customer, in what way this can be developed. That's where the project planning will be prepared over here. Understood, Ravi? Clear?
Yeah.
This is where generally this project planning comes. So project planning, the base for preparing a project planning report is from high level requirements which customer has given or the one which we have understood. So project planning consists of everything, right? So you know about what kind of requirement we have, right? So how much manpower equity. But if you want to perform a project planning, or if you want to identify the number of people, how many are required for us to involve in the project, it is always important at this stage to identify the models. That is where generally we call it as models comes into picture. Models. This is where we call it as software development lifecycle models. There are different software development lifecycle models now and then we are using from a very long time. You know that.
Okay.
Different SDLC models are we using, something like waterfall model, V model, incremental, iterative. Now and then we are using a model called methodology called Agile. These are the evaluations. Agile is an evaluation. Now we were following. Maybe in future we may come up with maybe an extension to that, right? So because this is a continuous progress. So choosing the right development life cycle model is one of the key and important element before at the time of planning the project. Because when it comes to the manpower, or if you want to allocate work resources, or if you want to create a work breakdown structure, it's always important for us to decide how much manpower is required. Again, manpower depends on the kind of model what we have chosen. How is it different? This is where you should understand the difference between the traditional to agile one. I'm not talking about waterfall. I'm talking about traditional versus agile. If you see, this is how generally you can see the difference.